I'm Sonika. I'm again ready with one more interesting video of terrarium. So I'll tell you what is terrarium. So terrarium or terraria are basically these are the enclosed container with plant and little miniature ecosystem. And this is a type of artificial ecosystem which is self-sustainable. Self-sustainable means which require very little maintenance, means which itself is complete thing. So when we'll make a terrarium, we don't need to give water again and again. So it was discovered in 1842 accidentally by Nathaniel Bagshot. So he was experimenting, he kept one jar accidentally outside. He was doing some experiment, but later in that enclosed container some fern spores were there, so it started sprouting. So he observed in spite of enclosed container, the plant grew inside. So this was all the discovery of terrarium. So with later this terrarium has been modified into different versions. Basically there are two types of terrarium, open and closed one. In closed one there is a glass container which is covered with a lid. While the open one, like this is the open. So for the closed one we have to take the plants which need more moisture. So because in that case we are covering the container and the water inside it evaporate inside the soil, gets evaporated from the light because since it's transparent, the light comes inside and water evaporates, soil water gets evaporated, and again it touches the surface of the container and goes back to the soil again. So by this way the water cycle goes on, so we don't have to give water again and again. And as you know, plant breathe as well as they do photosynthesis, so they don't need outside air. So in photosynthesis they prepare oxygen which they are using for their respiration, and for with respiration they are producing carbon dioxide which again they are taking for photosynthesis. So that is why these are self-sustainable. But nowadays we are using ornamental terrariums, like aquarium is a artificial water body. In the same way, terrarium or terraria is the artificial land ecosystem. Here we are not using animals, but they beautify the terrarium with artificial animals or some miniatures. First, what are the things which are needed? First and foremost thing is the glass container or transparent plastic container. You can take a plastic container like that. This is a small glass container, and I have made a very small terraria in this bottle also. And we can cover, so it will become an enclosed container. This is the open one. It contains 5 different layers. The lowermost layer is of pebbles or stones. You can see these are the pebbles, stones or marble chips. So what is the function of these stones? It allows the water which comes out of the excess water which seeps out from the different layer of soil. It goes there and accumulate. So by this way the plant's root doesn't rot. The second layer from the bottom would be the sand layer. It has also the same function. It also allows the passage of water. The water goes down and so the plants survive and thrive in a better way, and there will be better aeration. And after the sand layer there will be a activated charcoal layer, that lakdi ka koila, which is also known as activated charcoal. You can get it from market or even from Amazon you can get. So what is the function of this activated charcoal? As you know, it is a purifier. So it purifies the water and air inside, and it also prevents fungal growth. Since this container has lots of moisture, and the enclosed one especially, it leads to fungus growth, which we don't want. We want our plants to thrive in a better way, but we don't want unwanted fungus to grow inside. And above that there is a moss layer. This is not the normal moss. This is the sphagnum or peat moss. You can see This is the sphagnum or peat moss. Its function is to retain the moisture inside, and it also helps in aeration. Last or the topmost layer will be of soil. In the open one, we can use garden soil, but the enclosed one, if we'll use garden soil, it can lead to fungal growth. So in that case, we can use potting mixture or artificial mixture like mixture of coco peat, neem ki khali, and some organic manure or some dry leaf manure. In this, I prepared this potting mixture by using some amount of sand, some garden soil, some leaf manure and organic manure along with neem ki khali. I also put some coco peat. So there will be proper balance of air and water in that. So its air holding and water holding capacity will get increase. And after this soil layer is completed, we'll put plant. And the choice of plant would be, since it is the open one, so in this we can use any kind of plant, but it should be suited with this container. It shouldn't be very big. Its roots should be small. Here I'm using the succulent one. I'm using succulent like kalincho and this mini dwarf kind of snake plant, jade, purple heart. These are the, and even bryophyllum. So I'm using these plants for this terrarium. And last but not the least, we have kept certain pebbles, decorative pebbles, some stones, some small miniature artifacts to make it, to beautify it. So this is all about the terrarium. We should not get confused with terrarium and miniature gardens or dish garden. Dish garden or miniature garden are the different one. They have the shallow containers in which the normal plants are there, which is beautified with like garden and small house, but that is not terrarium. Terrarium is it has a transparent and enclosed container. This is the main difference between dish garden and terrarium. You can see this is an artificial terrarium. This is not the real one. This is normal fish bowl. If I don't want to I don't have time to take care of this terrarium, so I have made here I put only the marble chips and decorative pebbles along with some sea creatures, but I am not putting water or soil in it. So it is only for decorative purpose. This is the artificial only for, or this is kind of ornamental aquarium or terrarium. In aquarium we are using water, and in terrarium we are using soil. So this is my first layer, which I am using small like small stones or pebbles. Even I can use marble chips, white marble chips or any colored marble chips. Above this layer, I'll put a transparent plastic sheet which is perforated. I have put some holes in it, so it doesn't allow two layers to get mixed, because the next layer will be of sand. If I'll not put this, the sand will go inside. So there won't be distinct layer. But why have I put the holes? Just for aeration, and the water should go down. So our next layer is of sand layer, which I have put above that plastic sheet. So it will not mix also, and that distinct layer will be visible. And above that, it's optional. If you want, you can put another perforated plastic sheet, because on top of that there will be activated charcoal or coal layer. So now I'm going to put coal. Now I'm putting the activated charcoal. Some are powdered one and some I have made it small, so it will give the texture also. And what would be the next layer? First, the next layer will be of sphagnum moss, which I'm going to put it above that. Its main purpose is to retain the moisture. So my topmost layer is the potting soil. This potting soil I have made with coco peat, neem ki khali, garden soil, some organic manure and some leaf manure. Now the most important step is the choosing of plant. So I'm using this succulent. I don't know the name. This is the succulent because they need very less water. So we have to be careful. We should not put more water. This is the Bryophyllum. This is jade. We can use more than one variety. So this basic terrarium is ready. You can see different layers in it. Now I have to beautify it. So how to put water? We have to use this brush, this spray, sorry. We are not supposed to give water directly, and it shouldn't get under direct sunlight. It should get only 6 to 7 hours of artificial sunlight. Now we will decorate this, the stones and all, let's see what all can go. Now my terrarium is ready. You can see, and now I have to give water only after 1 week. If I see there is some water accumulated at the bottom, then I will not give, and it will kept under artificial light. You can see from all the sides. Here I have given the look of jungle, forest, like there's a tiger, a cow and a girl. You can put Buddha, you can put anything. If there is any dirt, you can clean it with any moisture, you can clean it with the tissue paper. Now this is the final version of terrarium. Hope you all like. This is the open terrarium of succulents. And this is an enclosed terrarium of fern. You can see how the different layers are visible. And this is artificial aquarium or artificial terrarium. Thank you and have a nice day.